I want to go across to our editorial director MJ Akbar joining us in the studios. He's been poring through the fine print of the ORG data. Viewers just want to know one thing, MJ. Who will form the next government? What's your sense after looking at this data?
Not who will form the next government, as an individual party, but which alliance will form the next government. That is the only certain takeaway that you can, that emerges from here. Caveat from the very beginning. This poll was taken in November, and I think critical mass is forming from the election campaign only in December and January. So it's only fair to viewers to mention. Why is this important? Because every 1% change in voting intentions will have a far greater impact on the number of seats. Now, actually Mayawati has 1% ahead of the Socialist Party, Mulayam Singh, in the intention to vote. But Mulayam gets more seats than Mayawati because his percentage and his spread is actually strategically more geared to...
the concentration is higher in Mulayam's pockets.
No, the concentration is higher in BSP pockets. And therefore, BSP margins will be higher, but the SP spread tends to become higher. So, SP may actually win by a fewer number of votes, but it will win.
Okay, I want to introduce...
There are two more points that you need to... in my view, the exact comparison is not with 2007. There has been a very important election, which is general election. General election which the Congress had tremendous bounce. It won 21 seats, despite getting only about 18 to 19% of the vote. This tells you how a vote percentage may actually deliver extraordinary extra numbers. But the interesting thing is that from 2009 elections till today, the Congress vote, despite intense campaigning, has actually dropped by 1.5% from 2009. And therefore, what impact this drop will have in the actual Congress numbers. And that is why, in the battle for third and fourth, BJP, which is more or less stagnant, which has actually increased, stagnant from 2007, but has increased by about 2.5% from the general elections, is slipping ahead of the Congress in number of seats.
Okay, I want to introduce to our viewers our guests for this show this evening and then get down to the specific questions that we'll be asking. Ravi Shankar Prasad is the national spokesperson of the BJP joining us on the show. Also, Praveen Aaron, a member of Parliament of the Congress Party from Uttar Pradesh. With me in the studio is Kamal Farooqi, National Secretary of the Samajwadi Party and well-known political analyst who tracks Mayawati very closely. Vivek Kumar is with us as well. I want to first go ahead and put the first question to Vivek Kumar. It's very clear from the numbers that we've put out so far that Mayawati's vote share and her fortunes are on the decline and she's unlikely to be able to replicate the magic of the 2007 poll.
Well, I think that's a very, very conclusive statement which we make about Mayawati and actually Bahujan Samaj Party. And always, opinion polls and exit polls give them less numbers. But the problem is, when the result comes, they are far, far ahead. So I think we have to think of the silent voters and supporters, which Mayawati always scatters. And in that context, I think the margin, if it is very less, then definitely the silent supporters, the voting percentage, I think error percentage has to be kept.
Okay, you're making an important point that all polls tend to underestimate Mayawati's voting percentages and her support. Kamal Farooqi, you'd be glad to realize this battle now through this poll is between the BSP and the SP, because if you watch television channels, you'd believe that it might be the Congress versus Mayawati. Even Mayawati's speeches make it seem that way. But this is a head-on clash between the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party.
No, I personally feel that the political analysts like Amjad Bhai and my friend were very clear about this, that as far as the slot number 1 and 2 is concerned, there was absolutely no issue, no problem. It has to be between the Samajwadi Party and BSP. The only thing is that who will be number 1 or rule number 2. As far as the Congress is concerned, unfortunately Congress managers have given a kind of impression as if his visit to Rajiv Gandhi's visit to Uttar Pradesh and Rahul Gandhi's visit to Uttar Pradesh and meeting with the Dalits, perhaps it has changed the perception of Dalits. I think it is